Today on Auto Pros on the Road, we're in Hudson, Michigan. In 1981, John Forrest opened Forrest Auto Supply. Not long after, his children stepped in to help. Among them was Julie, who stayed and with her husband Michael eventually took over the business. Now they're working with their daughter Kristen and her husband Brent. What John started as a single location has grown into a multi-store operation driven by commitment to exceptional service and the enduring values rooted in family.
A few years after he opened the store, us kids came aboard and helped get things going. We did so well, they purchased another store. But then Mike and we opened up this store, which is a greenfield store. There was no other NAPA stores in the town.
Oh, I met Julie a long time ago. Then we ended up getting married, and I worked at JCPenney's Furniture Warehouse, and she worked for her parents. She asked me, hey, why don't you come help, work with me at the store on the weekend? I said, okay. About 2 years later, JCPenney said they were going to close their warehouse. At that time, Julie and I had talked to her mom and dad. They wanted to retire and they wanted to sell the business. So we told them that we would buy the business from them.
So after this store was up and running well, we had the opportunity to purchase one store in Toledo. And then a year later, we purchased 2 more stores in Toledo. And then 4 years later, we bought 3 stores. We're at 6 locations now. When my dad started in '81, he was independent. He would have to go to Toledo twice a day to get parts. NAPA had the best, by far. So when they switched to NAPA, it was, oh my God, what a relief, what a relief.
We went to NAPA, and that was one of the best moves we made, I think. And then my wife and my daughter finally got her involved. That was another one of the bigger moments.
With the team we have, such as my son-in-law, my daughter, my husband, my dad, my grandson, we all do it together. Not just our family, but our NAPA family, because we treat our employees like family.
So I've been on and off involved since I was probably about 10 years old. And then, as I got older, I would help when in Delta we had actually started doing deliveries for the first time, like in the early 2000s, late 90s. So I was trying to help get that off of the ground, because before that, you didn't deliver. So we were, changing with the times, or at least, trying to keep up with it. So on and off, since I was younger, and then I dragged him on board.
Yeah. So I didn't originally start in automotive parts sales, but after getting married and making the career change, it's been quite enjoyable.
As the business expanded, so did its responsibilities. Serving a diverse customer base meant creating systems to keep parts moving and customers satisfied.
In this area, it's a lot of heavy-duty fleets, ag stuff. We do have a couple repair shops in town too, so we have to accommodate them as well. Yeah, we do shuttles amongst all the stores twice a day so that we can make sure that product is ready and available.
So we try to share inventory with all the stores, that way they can get it the same day, depending on when they order it.
Brent, our IT guy, he's made it so that everybody knows where the shuttle is at all times. You can ask for a part and they know where, if it's being picked up.
But even the best plans can't predict the unexpected. A sudden accident tested their resilience and the strength of their support network.
That would have been in April of '22 at our Delta location. In fact, I feel like we were in the office just like 2 miles down the road, and we had heard, the sirens and stuff start rolling, and we had heard on the scanner that there was an incident down by the store.
I was actually at my parents' house and the phone rang and they said, you know, oh my God, a truck just drove through the building. And it's like, I'll be right there. Guy in a truck had a medical emergency, lost consciousness, went through 2 buildings before he got into ours.
Just the amount of devastation that one vehicle was able to do. We're absolutely lucky that, for one, no one in our stores was hurt, whether it was an employee or a customer. And then, you know, also luckily the individual that was in that truck, you know, ended up being okay after everything was all said and done. So
by the time I got there, the fire department, the police department, everybody was on scene trying to help, you know, do whatever they could. And I called NAPA, Grand Rapids, and I want to say within 2 hours I had a whole team down there to help me, you know, secure the property, get things, you know, picked up back in order so that we could be back in business. And I was impressed. I was impressed.
Through every challenge, one principle remains constant: treating employees like family. It's a philosophy that shapes their culture and keeps the team united, no matter what comes their way.
Every time we hire somebody, it's like you're hiring somebody into your family. A lot of our employees will do, if they need a favor, we're there to help. If they need some time off or something, we're there to help. We treat everybody like we want to be treated. We don't ask you to do anything that we don't do.
It's not a job. I mean, I love to come to work. It's fun. I like to talk to people. I get to, you know, socialize and be with family.
a few of the folks that we have working with us have been with us, you know, since I was younger. So, I mean, yeah, the history there. And, you know, now we have 2 kids, and whether they like it or not, they come in during statement time. So I'm trying to bring them into the fold too. So it's, I hope it's a never-ending enjoyment for our family.
Comes right down to the family, I guess. I couldn't be prouder.